Hello students. So last class we studied about Whittaker classification, that is a five kingdom classification. It was proposed in the year 1969. So they are Protista, Monera, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. So the first kingdom of classification is Monera. So first we are going to deal with the classification Monera. So what does the term Monera refers to? Monera, the term, it means single or solitary. It is a kingdom that contains a unicellular organism with a prokaryotic cell organization. It means it does not have nuclear membrane. For example, bacteria. They are single-celled organism with no true nuclear membrane which is present. So, we were referring that term as prokaryotic organisms. The taxon Monera was first proposed as a phylum by Ernst Haeckel in 1866. Subsequently, the phylum was elevated to the rank of kingdom in 1925 by Edward Chatton. The last, commonly accepted as a mega classification with the taxon Monera, was the five kingdom classification system established by Robert Whittaker in 1969. Monera, the kingdom includes the bacteria and the cyanobacteria. So the cyanobacteria, which commonly called as blue-green algae. Since only bacteria are prokaryotic, that is, it is lacking a true nucleus, that is without a nuclear membrane, Monera is the only prokaryotic kingdom. Students, kindly make a note. Monera is the only prokaryotic kingdom. So the kingdom Monera belongs to the prokaryote family. So the organism belonging to this kingdom do not contain a true nucleus. These are the oldest known microorganism on earth. Their DNA is not enclosed within the nucleus. So first we study about bacteria. Bacteria were the first organism to evolve on planet Earth after the life originated around 3.5 billion years ago, and were the only organism on Earth for almost the next 2 billion years. All bacteria and cyanobacteria are single-celled or unicellular. So it included in the kingdom Monera. So bacteria, they are unicellular organisms found mostly in a moist environment. They are found in hot spring, snow, deep ocean or as parasite in other organisms. The Monerans do not possess any membrane-bound organelle, so we consider that as a prokaryote organism. Here you can see the structure of a bacterial cell. The single-celled bacterium has a cell wall made of compound peptidoglycan covering, that is the cell membrane, a single chromosomes. The cell has ribosome but no membrane-bound organelles are seen. So these are the part which you can see and you can study under the structure of a bacterial cell. So first we discussed here the outer layer will be the cell wall. All prokaryotes have a rigid cell wall which protects and gives shape to the cell. The cell wall is made up of a chemical called peptidoglycan. It is a unique to bacteria. So here in the outer layer you can see the egg-like projection called pili. So the pili is short and thin thread-like structure projecting out from the cell wall in some bacteria. So here at the left and the right corner you can see a long whip tail, that is a flagellum. That is a flagella. Some bacteria moves with the help of one or two flagella. So the flagella are longer and thicker than pili. Their structure is different from flagella of eukaryote. So let us discuss now about the genetic material. One circular chromosome made of a doubled helical molecule of DNA is located in the region of the cytoplasm called nucleoid. So here you can see the circular DNA, okay, that is the nucleoid. Since the chromosome is not lodged within the true nucleus, so the bacteria are termed prokaryotes. Hence, Monera is the prokaryotic kingdom. Next we move on to the characteristic feature of Monera. The monorins are unicellular organisms and they contain 70S ribosomes. The DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, is naked and is not bound by nuclear membrane. It lacks organelle like mitochondria, lysosomes, plaster, Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum, centrosome, etc. So they reproduce asexually by binary fission or budding. The cell wall is rigid and made up of peptidoglycan. Flagellum serves as a locomotory organ and these are environmental decomposer too. They show different modes of nutrition such as autotrophic, parasitic, heterotrophic or saprophytic. So these type of the modes of nutrition we were studied in previous class itself. Next we study about, based on the shape, the bacteria are of 4 types. Coccus, that is spherical in shape. Bacillus, it is rod in shape. Vibrium, it is in comma shape. Spirillum, and it is spiral shape. So we will discuss shapes of bacteria in detail now. Bacteria possess the following different shapes. Cocci, where the bacteria are spherical or oval in shape. These can be Micrococcus, Diplococcus, Tetracoccus, and Streptococcus and Staphylococcus. So what are these term refers to the Micrococcus? So the coccus, the bacteria which are single. Diplococcus, the bacteria which seems to be like in pairs. Tetracoccus, tetra it means 4. So the bacteria 4. Okay, there will be like the 4 collage. Streptococcus, the arrangement of bacteria will be in chain. And the Staphylococcus, the bacteria looks like a grapes, that is like a cluster modification. Next we study the bacilli. These are rod-shaped bacteria with or without flagella. Vibrios. These are comma or kidney-shaped small bacteria with flagella at one end. Next we move on to spirillum. So the term itself, the bacteria which are spiral or coiled in shape. They are rigid forms due to the spiral structure and bear flagella at one or both the ends. So these are the shapes of bacteria. So you just have a look on the snap. So here you can see Vibrio cholerae, Salmonella typhi, Helicobacter pylori, Streptobacillus moniliformis, Legionella pneumoniae, Clostridium botulinum, Staphylococcus aureus, Streptococcus pneumoniae, Clostridium tetani. So these are the shapes of bacteria where we studied in brief.